When someone betrays you, the body knows before the mind accepts. I had not heard from Tunde in 6 days. My calls went straight to voicemail. My texts delivered but got no reply. I told myself he was busy. I told myself he was planning how to tell his family about us. I told myself many lies that week. On the 7th day, I was sitting in my hostel room pretending to read my project notes when my classmate Chidima came in with her phone. "Bukky, isn't this your Tunde, the tall guy who came to pick you up that time?" She turned her screen toward me. I saw the picture and the ground opened beneath me. It was a Facebook album. Introduction ceremony, Tunde and Adieza, 2 hearts becoming one. Tunde was wearing ashoebi, blue and gold. He was smiling that smile I thought belonged to me. Next to him was a woman in white lace. She was beautiful, light-skinned. Her makeup was flawless. She was holding his hand like she owned him. Because she did. The caption under one photo said, "My king, I can't wait to spend forever with you. God did it." God did it. I scrolled with trembling hands. The photos were dated 2 weeks ago. The comments were full of congratulations. "Power couple. Adieza, you snatched a good one. Wedding loading." 2 weeks ago, while I was vomiting in the bathroom, while I was buying pregnancy tests, he was feeding another woman cake and talking about forever. Chidima was saying something, but I couldn't hear her. There was a ringing in my ears, loud and sharp, like the generator was running inside my skull. Bukky, are you okay? You look sick." I pushed past her and ran to the bathroom. I vomited until there was nothing left, and then I vomited some more. My body was rejecting everything, the food, the air, the reality that was forcing itself into my brain. He was engaged. He was engaged the whole time. Every "I love you," every "you are the one," every "I want to build with you." Lies, all of it. Calculated, patient, deliberate lies. I sat on the bathroom floor, my back against the cold tiles, and I laughed. Not because anything was funny, but because my brain could not process the pain, so it chose absurdity instead. Here I was, the good girl, the example, the one who waited, and I had given my virginity to a man who was engaged to a senator's daughter. Yes, I found out later that her father was a senator. Tunde hadn't just been playing me, he had been strategic. Adieza came with connections, contracts, political access. I came with a nice smile and a womb he had accidentally filled. I called him one more time. I needed to hear him say it. I needed to understand. He picked up on the 4th ring. "Bukky, is it true?" Silence. "I saw the pictures, Tunde. You were doing introduction 2 weeks ago while we were... Bukky, calm down. Let me explain." "Explain what? That you were engaged the whole time? That everything you told me was a lie?" His voice changed. The warmth disappeared. What replaced it was cold, businesslike, like I was a problem to be managed. "Look, what we had was real. I do care about you. But Adaize and I, that's been arranged since before I met you. Our families, you wouldn't understand. So, what was I? Practice? You were different, special. But you have to understand, I can't marry you. My career depends on this. My whole family's future depends on this." I was crying now. Ugly crying. The kind that makes your nose run and your chest hot. "I'm pregnant, Tunde." Longer silence this time. "Are you sure it's mine?" Those 5 words, they broke something in me that has never fully healed. "What did you say?" "I'm just asking. How do I know?" "How do you know? You were my first. You know you were my first. You were there." "Bukky, lower your voice. I'm not saying it's not mine. I'm just saying we need to be smart about this. Maybe you should take care of it. I can give you money for a good clinic. You are still young. You'll move on. Find someone else. Take care of it. Like I was carrying garbage. Like there was not a human being growing inside me because of him. And if I don't, then I don't know what to tell you. But don't expect me to claim it. My wife cannot know about this. Nobody can know. If you try to make trouble, my family has lawyers. Do you understand? My family has lawyers. From I love you, let's build together to my family has lawyers in 6 days. Tunde, you promised me. You said you wanted to marry me. I said a lot of things, Bukky. People say things. You should have known better. And then he hung up. I called back, voicemail. Called again, voicemail. By the 5th call, the number was no longer reachable. He had blocked me. Just like that, I was erased. Here is another question for you. When a man says, I love you and I want to marry you, at what point does believing him become your fault? We believe people based on their actions over time. Tunde acted like a man in love for 6 months. He was consistent, patient, present. The lie was not one sentence. The lie was a 6-month performance. And I was not the director. I was the audience who bought a ticket to a show I didn't know was fiction. I didn't tell anyone at school. I couldn't. The shame was a physical thing sitting on my chest like a cement block. Every day I went to class and pretended everything was normal. I smiled when people talked to me. I submitted my project chapters on time. Inside, I was dying. The first trimester exhaustion was real. Some days, I could barely keep my eyes open during lectures. The nausea came in waves, unpredictable and vicious. But I couldn't go to the school clinic because they would ask questions. I couldn't tell my friends because they would tell other friends. Word travels faster than malaria in the university hostel. So, I suffered alone and I started planning. There were 2 options. Option 1, take care of it. Tunde's words. I knew girls who had done it. Some were fine afterward. Some were not. One girl in my secondary school had bled so badly from a botched procedure that she could never have children again. But more than the medical risk, there was my father's voice. The fear of God, Bukky. That is all we have. Could I live with myself if I terminated this pregnancy? Could I look my father in the eye? Option 2, keep the baby. But that meant telling my parents. That meant disgrace. That meant watching everything I had built come crashing down. There was no option 3. Just 2 paths, both leading to pain. I chose the pain I thought I could survive. I decided to keep the baby. I decided to go home and tell my parents. The journey from Unilag to my father's house in Surulere is about 45 minutes, depending on traffic. That day, it took an hour and a half. Plenty of time to rehearse what I would say. Daddy, Mommy, I have something to tell you. No, too dramatic. I made a mistake and I need your help. Too weak. There was a man. He lied to me. I believed him. Now I am pregnant. Direct, honest. Maybe that was best. But no amount of rehearsal prepared me for what actually happened. I got home around 4 p.m. My mother was in the kitchen. My father was in the living room reading his Bible. Saturday, his preparation day for Sunday service. Bukky, my mother hugged me. You didn't tell us you were coming. Are you okay? You look thin. Are they not feeding you at that school? I'm fine, Ma. Where's Daddy? He's inside. Go and greet him. Let me bring you food. I walked into the living room. My father looked up. My daughter, the future commissioner. Come, sit. How is project? How is school? I sat down. My hands were trembling. I clasped them together to keep them still. Daddy, I need to tell you something. His face faded. He could sense it. Parents always sense it. What is it? My mother came in with a tray of food. She set it down and sat beside my father, both of them looking at me, expectant, worried. I opened my mouth and the words came out. I'm pregnant. Do you know what silence sounds like when it carries disappointment? It sounds like the end of the world. It sounds like everything you have ever built collapsing into rubble. My father didn't move. He sat there staring at me, and I watched something die in his eyes. The pride, the hope, the joy, all of it, flickering out like a candle in the wind. My mother's hand flew to her mouth. Jesus! Ha! Bukky! Bukky, what are you saying? I'm pregnant, Ma. About 2 months. Who is the father? What is his name? Where is his family? I told him about Tunde. Not everything, but enough. The courtship, the promises, the engagement to another woman, the blocking. When I finished, my father hadn't spoken. He was just sitting there, his Bible open on his lap, staring at nothing. My mother was crying. Ah, Bukky. After everything we taught you, after all the training, how could you let a man deceive you like this? I didn't know, Ma. He didn't tell me he was engaged. He said he wanted to marry me. And you believed him, just like that, without meeting his family, without any introduction? He was convincing, Ma. He was patient. He waited. Waited to collect what he wanted. My mother stood up. This is how they operate. They wait and wait until you think they are serious, then they take and disappear. Didn't I warn you about men? Yes, she had warned me. But she had warned me about the obvious predators, the ones who ask for your number in the first 5 minutes, the ones who promise heaven and earth on the first day. She didn't warn me about the ones who took 6 months to earn your trust before destroying your life. My father finally spoke. His voice was quiet, too quiet. Leave us. My mother looked at him. Samuel, I said leave us. I want to talk to my daughter alone. My mother left. The door closed behind her. And I was alone with the man whose approval I had spent my entire life chasing. Daddy, I'm sorry. I didn't mean... Do you know what you have done? His voice was still quiet, but there was something underneath, something volcanic. Daddy, I asked you a question. Do you know what you have done? I was shaking now, full body tremors. I made a mistake. I trusted the wrong person. Mistake, he laughed. Not a real laugh. A sound like something breaking. Mistake. You call this a mistake? A mistake is when you fail an exam. A mistake is when you take the wrong bus. This is not a mistake. This is destruction. He stood up. He started pacing. His movements were jerky, agitated. Do you know how long it took me to build my name in that church? 23 years. 23 years of faithful service, of being an example, of leading with integrity. And in one night, you have torn it all down. Daddy, it's not about the church. Everything is about reputation. Who will listen to me now when I preach about raising godly children? Who will respect me when my own daughter is pregnant outside wedlock like a common... He stopped himself. But I knew the word he was going to say. I saw it in his eyes. Let me pause here and talk about something. In Nigeria, we have a concept called family name. It sounds noble, but what it really means is this. You are not an individual. You are an extension of everyone who shares your surname. Your success is their success. Your failure is their failure. This can be beautiful. It creates support systems, communities, people who will fight for you because you are one of them. But it can also be a prison. Because when you make a mistake, you are not just hurting yourself, you are hurting everyone. My father wasn't just angry at me. He was angry at what I had done to his reputation, to his ministry, to his standing in the community. I was not his daughter in that moment. I was his disgrace. He stopped pacing. He turned to face me. And then he said the words I will carry with me until I die. You will leave this house. You will have this child outside. And until you find a husband to cover this shame, you are not my daughter. I couldn't breathe. Daddy, please, don't please me. I warned you, your mother warned you, and you went and did what you wanted to do anyway. Now, face the consequences. Where will I go? I don't have money. That is not my problem. You are old enough to open your legs. You are old enough to find your own way. Open your legs. My own father said that to me. Daddy, I am your child. This baby is your grandchild. How can you? He walked to the door, opened it. Leave my house tonight. My mother met me upstairs. She was crying too. What did he say? He told me to leave. She hugged me tight, the way she used to when I was little and I had a nightmare. He's just angry. Give him time. Maybe tomorrow. He said I am not his daughter anymore. She pulled back, looked at me, and I saw something in her eyes that broke me even more than my father's words. She believed him. She knew he meant it. What about the boy? This Tunde, can't he? He blocked me, ma. He's marrying someone else, a senator's daughter. Her face crumbled. So he used you? Yes. She was silent for a long moment. Then she went to her room and came back with an envelope. This is 30,000 naira. Take it. Find somewhere to stay. I will try to talk to your father, but that but told me everything. She would try, but she wouldn't fight. She would plead, but she wouldn't challenge. She was loyal to him first, to me second. I packed one bag, the essentials, some clothes, my toiletries, my laptop, my project files. My sister Bisola came to my room while I was packing. She was 14 then. She didn't fully understand what was happening, but she knew it was bad. Auntie Bukky, where are you going? I have to go somewhere for a while. Are you coming back? I looked at her, this innocent girl who still saw me as her perfect big sister. I don't know. She started crying. I held her. And for a moment, I felt anger. Not at my father, but at myself. Because of me, Bisola was losing a sister. Because of me, this family was being torn apart. That anger at yourself is the most dangerous kind. It follows you everywhere. It tells you that you deserve every bad thing that happens. It becomes a voice in your head that never shuts up. At 9 p.m., I walked out of my father's house. The street was quiet. A dog barked somewhere. The sky was cloudy, threatening rain. I stood at the gate for a long time, looking back at the house I grew up in. The house where I learned to walk, to talk, to pray. The house where Deacon Samuel Martins had raised her perfect daughter. That daughter was dead now. I had 30,000 naira, a bag of clothes, a growing baby in my belly, and no idea where to go. I whispered to myself, or maybe to the baby, or maybe to God. I didn't know anymore. I don't know how we will survive this, but we will. Somehow. We have to. And then I started walking.